Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. In this lecture, we will see how we are supposed to find the cutting length for the transverse reinforcement. Now, if you see here, this yellow color bar, whatever cutting length we were supposed to find, we have found it. But there falls one bar, which is called as a distribution bar. You can see this dotted one, which is in magenta color. So these are your distribution bar. Again, we need to find how many number of distribution bar you are providing. Also, I want to find the cutting length of this bar. To put it in a better way, so let me show you one practical image of that. So if you ask me, this already I have found, right? You understand? This is already this cutting length, how many bar is required, that we have found. Now I want to find the horizontal bar, that is called as distribution still. This bar you can see, which has gone here, in the bottom, I mean above the bottom bar. Yeah. So this I want to find, this bar you can see. Yeah. Now you can easily see this bar, isn't it? This cutting length I want to find. So it's very simple. How you'll find the cutting length? You know the width of your stair. Okay. It is 1220. From both the side, you deduct the cover, one cover from here, one cover from here. You'll get the cutting length of this bar. And you can see it practically also. This bar, what they have put, no, it is not going completely. You can see from both the side, like it is starting from here and it will not end here. It will end up to here. So this gap, what you can see on both the side, it is a 20 mm gap, what we have given, this gap and this gap. Finished. So cutting length you can find. Now you want to find the number of bar. Number of bar is also very simple. How you will find the number of bar? You already got this inclined length. You already got this inclined length, this length. We already found this inclined length from here to here. Whatever length we have, if I divide that length by the spacing of my distribution still, will I not get the number of bar? Whatever inclined length I have, you divide that by spacing of this distribution still, you'll get the number of bar. Very simple. So both the thing you got. If you want to ask, if you want to see practical, again same thing. These things you have found, isn't it? This length you had found, inclined bar. From here to here, this inclined bar you have found. If whatever length we got, you divide it by the spacing, you'll get this particular distribution bar. How many number is required, that you are going to get. Simple. Two things we understood. Now, what is the diameter of the distribution bar and what is the spacing, that you have to check from the drawing. So where is the distribution still? Yeah, see here. You can see this dotted. It is mentioned. You're supposed to provide a 10 diameter bar as a distribution still, and the spacing you keep it as 150. That's it. Simple. So I'll go back to my Excel sheet. I'll prepare a shape like this. Simple shape you have to prepare. Right? Distribution bar in transverse direction. Okay. So this is your longitudinal direction. When you put a bar in this way, this is called as longitudinal direction. And if you put a bar in this way, the dotted one, it is called as transverse direction. Okay. So that is why I've written here transverse direction, distribution bar in transverse direction. First, I'll find the cutting length of that bar. So cutting length is very simple. 1220 is the width of your stair. From both the side, I'll deduct the cover, -20, -20. You will get the cutting length, which is 1180. Now come to the number of member. Only one member we have. Dia of the bar is 10 diameter. Spacing is 150. That is already mentioned here. See, 10 diameter at 150. Same thing I've written, 10 dia at 150. Cutting length is very simple. Just take this 1180. That itself is a cutting length. There is no bend deduction and all. So this is in mm. If you want to put in meter, you divide this by 1000. You get 1.18. Now the most interesting part is how to find the number of bar. To find the number of bar, what I'll do? I'll say plus. This length I need to take. That is 2681. This length you divide by spacing. Spacing is 150 and add +1. Done. How much you got? 18.87. So it's not a round figure. So what you're supposed to do? Exactly. You have to round up. ROUND up. Open the bracket. +1 we have done. Comma 0. Close the bracket. Finish. So 19 number of bars will come. So practically when you do this staircase, so you'll find 19 number of such bar like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Up to here, this 19 bar will come. Above that, whatever will come, that will put in landing level. Up to here, in this slant portion, whatever we had, no? Huh. And initially, we had found that angle, isn't it? Angle of the staircase. So this is that angle, okay? I think from here, it's not clearly visible, but still you can see this particular slope. So this is the angle with which the stair has been put. So if I want, I can show it here also. This particular angle I'm speaking of, that 34.34 we had found, no? So this is at an angle, isn't it? This is inclined. From here, it is making an angle of 34.34. That is what we had found. And if you find this slope, then these bars are also laid at a 34.34 angle. You're getting my point, no? That is why the angle portion was very important. Only after getting the angle portion only we were able to find all these things. Okay, great. So simple. So this calculation you can do. Number of bar we got 19. Cutting length you got 1.8. So total cutting length will be 1.18 into 19 into 1 will give me 22.42. And it's a 10 diameter bar. Come under the 10 column. And what we'll do? 22.420 multiplied by 0.617 will give you 33.8331. Got it? So in this way, we have found the main reinforcement. We have found the distribution bar also. So try to practice up to here. So in the next lecture, I'll teach you how this bar has to be done, which is at the red color bar, what you can see. Now it is again simple. The first thing what we found that was little difficult. After this, your things are very simple. This length I want to find. This length I want to find. This length I want to find, and this thing if I find, my cutting length will be done. After finding this, next I'll teach you how to find this particular bar BBS. And if you find this much, after that we'll find the distribution steel. This distribution steel you have not that much. So almost 3 bars are left in the plinth level. So once we finish this, then I'll take you to the top portion. Again, this bar, this green color, blue color bar we are supposed to find. So it will take another 3-4 lectures for us to finish, but try to practice. If you feel like you're forgetting something, try to practice it, because staircase BBS is not easy compared to the other BBS like the footing, beam, slab, what we have done, right? So staircase will take certain time for you to understand. Not an issue. You try to practice it. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.